Hello, it's Andrew. Welcome to Collaborative Learning. Today's book is Season of Storms by Andrzej Sapkowski. If you like my work, please give me a like, subscribe to this channel, check the playlists, and support me on Patreon and PayPal. Additional links and information can be found in the description box below. The hero's journey of Geralt of Rivia continues. Geralt of Rivia is the working class hero of fantasy, a man of great practical wisdom, combined with a code of honorable action in this complex and morally ambiguous world. Besides being a superhuman fighter, he is a romantic and a true friend. He sees what others cannot and is a solver of difficult problems. He is the antidote to a materialist, power-hungry, degenerate, and corrupt world, both in the world of The Witcher and in our own troubled times. Previously, I uploaded 2 reviews for the first 2 Witcher books, The Last Wish and The Sword of Destiny. All 3 books provide a vital foundation for world building and character development. They need to be read in order to fully understand the main saga of the series that begins with Blood of Elves. Season of Storms is the 3rd book of side stories that complement the main saga and also ends the entire Geralt story. It is different from the previous 7 books in the series. It takes place sometime after Geralt meets Yennefer for the first time in The Last Wish, and before he becomes seriously involved with Ciri. The final pages of the book are the most important of the entire Witcher saga, and form an epilogue for the end of Lady of the Lake. All fans should read it. Season of Storms came after the release of Witcher 2 in 2013, and 14 years after the final book in the saga, Lady of the Lake. Like the short story collections, it is strongly focused on Geralt's journey, so Geralt fans will appreciate this. His friend Dandelion also appears to provide much perspective and humor. And finally, we are treated to a revealing bit with Yennefer at the end of the story, which, like all of her appearances, always reinforced her status as Geralt's true love. Season of Storms also appears to be influenced by CD Projekt Red games. Likewise, the gameplay loop of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt resembles Season of Storms, and there are many Easter eggs and storytelling influences taken from the book. The entire story of Season of Storms is like a journey, linking a series of many interesting and unique side quests, linked only by Geralt's quest to find his missing swords. Fans of The Witcher 3 will find their memories triggered when they stumble upon characters and concepts that they originally encountered in the game, but always rediscover in a different form. Season of Storms starts with Geralt and a monster contract, which leads him to travel into a city where he is briefly arrested by a secret scheme and gets his swords taken away. The loss of Geralt's swords begins a long and winding journey with many twists and turns. In between, he has many reunions with his best friend Dandelion. We are treated to many impressions of the city and its inhabitants, all of which are eventually reused in The Witcher 3. Geralt meets many different unsavory characters that get in his way. Eventually, Geralt is bailed out by a sorceress named Coral, who exhibits many of the typical traits of a sorceress in the world of The Witcher. They proceed to have a short-term relationship where it is unclear whether or not she used magic on him to seduce him in the first place. Like many sorceresses, she's an independent-minded, materialist feminist who is in a way a corrupt, lost soul. She takes charge and is manipulative and not entirely forthcoming in their relationship. She lives as an independent feminist who is also an abortionist and an advisor to King Belohan. She is a witness to Game of Thrones-like court intrigue. King Belohan is heavily modeled after characters like Lord Walder Frey. As Geralt's journey continues, he comes in contact with more evil and corrupt wizards. They hire him to take care of the monsters that are on the loose. These are narcissists and power-hungry mad scientists who created and summoned the monsters. They need the Witcher to cover up their crimes. After this conflict, Geralt eventually finds his way onto a maritime journey where he and the crew of a ship are getting stalked by a powerful, illusion-creating monster called the Aguilera. This is essentially the horror story of Season of Storms. After Geralt struggles on water, he finds himself encountering sights that are familiar to the fans of the games. This is the Bosordes auction house, werewolves and trolls. We meet a Witcher of the School of the Cat, who could very well be the same Cat Witcher we met in Velen in The Witcher 3. Coral and Geralt's short-term relationship ends. We then get a reunion with Yennefer as she reaffirms her true love for Geralt. And finally, we get the legendary epilogue for the entire Witcher saga. It is a vague, mysterious, and symbolic epilogue that will leave fans thinking about what Sapkowski really meant. We don't know if Geralt reappeared or it was all a dream. Ultimately, I think it's Sapkowski's message to fans that the Geralt of Rivia legend lives on and may return. Overall, this is the most relaxed and easy to read of the Witcher books. The stakes aren't as high as the earlier books. It is not as brilliant of a creative achievement, but it's still a must-read. It's like visiting an old friend. I rate Season of Storms a 4.5 out of 5. So that's what I think about Season of Storms by Andrzej Sapkowski. Please put your thoughts and ideas in the comment section. They always make a great conversation. I hope you find this review to be informative. Thanks for watching.